So in previous session, we have seen how we can create class and methods. In this session, we are going to understand methods in detail. Previously, we have just created a simple method, we are calling it, but now I'll show you methods in detail. So here, first of all, we need to understand methods or functions. So method or function can be defined as a group of code to perform a specific task. I want to perform some specific task. I give you an example. I am creating a project. There we need to connect with the database. So now I'm going to write code for the database connection. But it might be possible, apart from me, I have many colleagues who are working on a database and they want same code. So rather than writing that code in my own file, I can create a method in a separate file or separate class, and everybody in the team can call that method. So here ultimately I have made a reusable code. It is a group of code which is used to perform some specific task. And advantage would be it is going to be reusable. Same code will be called by many team members. So ultimately everybody is reusing the same code. So I'm going to make it reusable. Second is it can take arguments and return value. It can take, it's not always take. Previously we have seen I'm creating a method which is not taking any input, or I'll say the argument and returning a value. So I'll show you what does it mean. So first of all, I'm going to create a file and I'm just creating a new file. Whatever the name of this file you want to give. So I'm just saving it. I'm saving it in a folder. I have a folder with the name my project. I'm saving this file over here. So whatever the name you want to give, I'm just giving file1.rb. So that's my file1.rb is the extension. Here I want to create a class. So previously we have seen class, and the class name I'm just taking A, and that's the end of body of the class. So we are going to use keyword and. Now I'm going to create first method. To create a method, the keyword is def. What is the method name you want to give? So I want to give my method name display underscore data. And if you are not passing any argument, so this bracket is not mandatory, you can leave it. I'll show you what do you mean by the argument. So, and that's the end of method body. So that's the end of class and that's the end of method. Inside this method you can write any code. I'm writing like here print this is first method without arguments. So I have created a method without argument, and that's the first type of method. I'm just commenting here. This is first type of method where we are not passing any argument. We are just writing the method which is performing some task. So as of now, I have created a class. Inside that we have one method which is doing some tasks. So here it is just printing some value. You can do anything. I'm just writing like z is a is equal to 100, b is equal to 200, and I'm rather than going for the print, I'm just going put, so line will be changed. And what I'm doing here, c is equal to a plus b. There is no need of the semicolon here. I'm just removing it because if you are working on a C++, Java, there is a semicolon at the end of the line, but here we don't need that. And puts value of c is equal to this. So now everything is done. Here we are having a method which is printing something. Also it is doing some calculation. Display result. Now I'm going to create one more file. In this file, I'm just saving this file on the same location. Same location means where my file1 is placed. So here the file1 is placed. I'm saving like file2.rb. Now in the previous session we have seen if we want to use class which is placed in any other file. So first we need to import that. For importing we are using keyword require inside single quote, I have the file in the current folder. Dot forward slash means current folder. And the file name is file1. .rb extension is not mandatory. You can skip it. To call the method, here we mention if you want to call any method. So methods can be called by creating object of the class. We have already seen how to create object of the class. So I'm coming here, obj is equal to class name dot new. And to call the method obj dot, what is my method name? So method name is this. I just copy it and paste it over here. Everything is done. I want to execute it. So first of all, we need to move to the location where your file is placed. So if you notice, my file are saved in C user testing word desktop Ruby my project. So I'm on the same location, C user testing word desktop Ruby my project. So now I need to execute it. How we can execute that? We know that Ruby and the file name file2.rb. We are getting this issue like plus operator is not working just because in my file1 that's a string and that's a numeric value. So I'll show you how we can do that in the next session. As of now, I'm just printing C. I'm coming here, executing it again. So if you notice that function is working correctly, first it is displaying, this is the first method without argument. If you notice, that's my function, which is printing first this message and then giving the result. So we have created a function which is working perfectly, and that's a function which is not taking any argument. I'll show you what do you mean by the argument. So first method we have seen, which is just performing some actions, and that is working perfectly. So here in this session, we have seen first type of method, which is doing some action for us. So here we have seen whatever the code which we have written inside the method is executing. And to call any method, we just need to create object of the class and call the method. So that's all we have for this first session, where we have seen one type of method. In next session, I'll show you different type of methods. One more thing that you have noticed, no need for bracket if there is no argument. Means if we are not taking any argument, we are going to write the argument. So if you are not having any argument, if you write this, again it's fine. If you do not write brackets, again it's fine. So if I'm writing it and now I'm running it, you will notice it is working perfectly. So we are not having any difference. If there is a no argument, it's not mandatory to use these brackets. So here we have seen it's a group of code to perform a specific task, can take argument. I'll show you in the next session, and return value as well. So I'll show you how we can use this return keyword. No need of bracket if there is no argument. We have seen that method can be called by creating object. So that we also covered. So that's all we have for this session. Thanks for watching this video.